Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So guys, today we are going to discuss something quite interesting. If you are wedding this year, if your wedding will be happening this year, this 2024, or you have someone that will be wedding this year, please send this video to the person. The person is going to learn a whole lot from this video. So we are just going to talk about how you can have a pocket-friendly wedding in this 2024, even without borrowing money. You know, a lot of people go into debt during their wedding. They borrow money here and there just to have a beautiful wedding. You may not really need to do all these things. There are so many ways you can cut down expenses and have a beautiful wedding that you don't need to borrow money from anybody. So we are going to discuss about few things. These are the major things that a lot of people spend money on during their weddings. I'm going to tell you how you can cut down some of these things without spending so much. So we are going to discuss about venue. Venue is one of the things a lot of people spend money during their wedding, venue for their reception. A lot of people spend money in this aspect. I'm going to tell you how you can cut down expenses. You may not even need to hire a hall. Once you want to take the step I'm giving you, you don't need to hire a venue for your reception at all. I know a lot of people who have done these things, especially in my church, and it really helps them. I saved them a whole lot of money. So instead of you hiring a hall, maybe paying in a hotel or wherever for a hall, you may save that money. A lot of people in my church have done this. What they actually did was that after they are joining their wedding and the rest of them, immediately they finished their joining, as they went to sign the marriage register. After that, as they are coming in, they are dancing in, as in inside, still inside the church. They will just dancing. Immediately they dancing, they will cut their cake. After cutting their cake, they will give everybody opportunity. If you have anything for the couple, you can bring it and gift the couple. And if the couple also have something to give to their guests, that's okay. Or their visitors, they will give to them and present their own gift to the people. Then that is it. After that, wedding is finished. Everybody go to your house. You serve them. If you have food for them, you serve everybody there. Everything is gone. You don't need to start hiring a hall and start doing a lot of things during the reception and all that. You can actually do this. With this, you will dismiss your wedding early. The second one is that you will not need to hire any hall for any different reception. Thirdly, you may not even have a lot of people because some people might not even meet up. So you don't even need to spend so much. You understand? For people that don't really want a lot of people to attend their wedding, I know there are people who also want a lot of people to. It depends on what you want, but I'm not really going to go into that. But I find that there are lots of people who do this. They don't even waste time. Some people, some guests will even come later. They can only come and give you whatever they have. If they have, if they don't have, that is fine. And you're not going to kill yourself by cooking too many things just to please your guests and the rest. So I've not reached that part. I will reach that part soon and talk about food area. So for now, I'm talking about hall. So it will save you a lot. You don't need to hire any hall for any reception or whatever. Everything will just be done in your church. I don't know whether there are churches that don't accept that, but in my church, we accept it. A lot of people have done it in my church. They didn't even need to hire any hall. Just dancing, cut your cake. People will gift you. Wedding is over. Everything, both wedding and reception, is done. In fact, that as they are dancing in within 1 hour, everything is done. So it makes everything quite easier for the couple. You don't need to spend so much on this area. So number two thing you will need to work on in order to have a pocket-friendly wedding is hiring a caterer. Yes, for you to hire a caterer now, it's quite expensive to hire a caterer. I believe there is a better option which I have used several times and is really working for me. I don't really need to spend so much. You can in your church. That's why it's also good for you to be committed in your church because it will help you to cut down some of these things I'm going to mention. Except you have friends that can also help out in this area. That's okay. So number two is that you don't need to hire a caterer to have a nice meal for your guests during your wedding. You can actually meet few of these women that you know that I believe that in each church there are lots of women who cook, like what we popularly call mama puts. There are lots of women who do this mama puts business. They cook and sell and all that. So you can just meet about two of them. You don't need to involve a lot of them. Two is okay. You can just meet them and tell them, please, can you help me cook? Tell them the things you want to cook during your wedding. You can decide to buy the food items yourself. Then tell them, look at the available things. Can you just use it and cook for me? That's, you will do the buying after you discuss with them. Then some of them will also prefer to buy the items by themselves. You just decide with them on how you're going to run it. So they can do the cooking. I know a lot of them in my church that after cooking, you will be like, wow, this is nice. But this is something a lot of people spend money in hiring a caterer, and they will charge them and all that. And after everything, you will just be looking for a way to pay back money, all the money you have spent in all those things. But you can actually achieve these things without involving a caterer. Just meet these women, beg them, tell them what you want, and I believe, in fact, the ones in my church, they are always happy when they see people come to them for that. Seriously, they're always happy doing that. I don't know for other churches, but in my church, a lot of them they always find it, find joy in helping people in cooking and all that. All you just need to do, provide all the necessary things needed. You can give them money to buy. You can as well buy by yourself and get everything ready for them. They will cook for you and they will give you a beautiful meal that your guests will enjoy. So the number three thing we are going to consider, you can cut down to have a pocket-friendly wedding in this 2024 is photography and videography. Yeah, in these aspects, I believe is a personal thing. You can decide to go for a professional photographer. That's okay. That can do the job for you. That's fine. But do you know there are a lot of people that engage some photographers that after their job you'll be like, what is this? What did you do? You'll be so disappointed in their job. And if you're going to go for a professional photographer, that's a whole lot of money as well. I've known a lot of people who decided to, bring in some of their friends. Actually, there are some of your friends that will be good in this aspect. It could be the groom's friends. It could be the bride's friend. That they are good at, snapping a beautiful picture, editing, and the rest. You can just meet them and tell them to do this job for you. Do you know there are lots of phone cameras that can do a beautiful job for you? I'm serious about it. A beautiful job that after using them to cover video, after using them to snap some pictures, you'll be like, wow, this is beautiful. And you find out that some photographers won't even give you that standard of pictures when they eventually take that job. They might not really give you things that are as beautiful as what some cameras can give to you. Do you know that? Yeah, you can engage any of your friends. They will just help you take the videos, take the pictures, and all that. You don't need to involve anybody. But if you decide to, that's okay. I'm just bringing in some suggestions that you decide on what to do, whether you go for a professional photographer and all that. But me, I believe that if I'm going to go for a photographer, I would rather go for a professional photographer than just engaging any photographer I see. Because a lot of them will just mess things up. You'll be like, what is this? What did you do? You understand? But if you have the money, fine, you can go for a professional photographer. You know that he'll give you what you want. But if you're not sure of this person's job, it's not really that deep, or he's not really a good professional photographer, you can decide to use your phone and do the job. You don't even need a photographer. Any of your friends can handle this. Any of your relatives can handle it. Or you just need search for people that can do this. There are a lot of people now that can handle some of these things. Give you a very beautiful job. Do a very beautiful job for you in your videos, in your photos, and the rest. Then you don't need to hire anybody. So that's another way you can cut down expenses during your wedding. And number four thing we are going to consider is wedding cake. Yes, wedding cake is another thing a lot of people spend money, especially now. Wow. To buy cake, I actually bake, so I know what I'm talking about. For you to do cake now, you will spend a lot of money, a whole lot of money. A lot of people have come to me and say, "Ah, Mama, please help me and bake." And I will do that with all joy. All I just need for you to do is to get the necessary things. You can give me money, I'll buy the items. You can as well buy the items. I'll write down the things I will need, you buy. Most of them, I don't even charge them. So I believe that there are also some people who are just like me, who are willing to help. There are lots of people who bake these days. You can really meet them and ask them to please bake for me, buy the items needed, and they will do the baking for you. They will happily do that. One thing with a lot of us is that we don't really like, looking for people's help. But me, someone like me, I derive joy helping people. I derive joy helping people. I don't see it as it's not everything you must make money. Sometimes you just have to help people out there. So you may have someone who is good at, baking. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be whoever that you know that can give you a beautiful job without you spending so much. You just discuss with, please, I don't really have much. Can you help me bake? You buy the items needed, or give him or her money to buy the items, and they will bake for you. I know I've done that for a lot of people, and I believe that there are other people out there who can also help. So I bake. Well, I can only bake for my children's birthday and all that. I don't really have time to. But a lot of people have come to me and say, "Mama, please bake for me." Both their birthdays, their weddings, and the rest of them. In fact, my sister-in-law's wedding, I was the one that baked. All I just told them is for them to buy all the necessary things needed. They bought it, and I baked for them. 1 naira I did not get out of it, but I derive joy doing it because I've been doing it for outsiders, not to talk of someone that is my sister-in-law. So I derive joy doing that. So you can meet someone like that who can actually help you. You don't need to start paying for paying a caterer or paying people out there to bake for you that they will charge you, a baker out there that will charge you a lot of money. So you can do this and also cut down expenses. So number 5 thing we are going to look at is flowers and decoration. Yes, a lot of people also spend money in these aspects. They buy a lot of things for this decorations, pay a lot of money for decorations and all that. Just like I said earlier, if you're going to do your wedding and your reception in church, you don't even need to do so much decoration. Yeah, like people that do wedding in my church, especially the ones that do both the wedding and the reception, they don't even need to decorate anything in church. All they need to do is just, some of them will prefer to send a round table. Once they are signing their marriage register, they will just set the table as they are dancing in. That is all. Some people don't even go to that extent of arranging round table. Everybody just sit your normal position, the normal church service position. They will just dance in and cut their cake, receive gift from their guests, and that is all. So you don't even need to pay money for any decoration and or whatever. You don't need to pay money for all that. So to save you a whole lot if you're going to wed and do your reception inside the church um hall, you don't need to spend all those things. Spend all that money in buying things for decoration, paying for someone that will decorate the hall and the rest of them. You don't need that. So it will help you cut down in some of these things. So number 16 we are going to look at is drinks. We are going to talk about drinks. Drink is another thing that a lot of people spend their money in. Just like I said, I'll continue mentioning it. Doing these things in your church will save you a lot. You know that whether you are a believer or not, whether you are a born again or not, if you decide to do your wedding in your church or do your reception together with your wedding in your church, you are not going to buy any beer. I hope you know that. That's the truth. You can't buy beer. And it will help you to cut down so many things. You can only buy water and minerals, and that is all. It will save you a whole lot of money. Remember how much they say beer these days? You're going to spend a lot of money. So if you decide to do your reception together with your wedding, you don't need to buy any beer. Everybody drink malt, drink mineral. If it is mineral, you can afford, buy mineral or true. You don't even need to buy malt. Everybody should take mineral. You understand? So you're not going to spend so much in drinks. But when you decide to do your reception outside, definitely your friends will expect you to buy beer, especially if you're not a born again Christian. You are just like every other person out there. They will expect you to buy beer for them. Definitely, you have to. You have to do that. But once you are doing your reception in church, whether you are born again or not, you can't serve beer inside your church. That's the truth. So, common sense. So, it will save you a whole lot. I'm giving you good tips. So, number 7 thing we are going to look at is you can consider having a midweek wedding. Yes, it shock you. You can consider having a midweek wedding. Yes, you mustn't have your wedding on a weekend, on a Saturday, on a Sunday. You can decide to do a midweek wedding, especially if you don't really need much people for your wedding. If you don't need much people, this is for many people who don't want a lot of people to attend their wedding. You just want maybe a few family members and they're okay. Few friends, they're okay. So you can decide to have a midweek wedding. This will save you a lot. You're not going to spend so much because one, a lot of people will not come because they'll be in their working places, in their business places. So you will have few persons. So I'm not going to cook a whole lot of food. Just cook, prepare small food. Anyone that comes around, with this, you can actually have idea of people that are coming for the wedding. So you're not going to prepare so many food. Just few things, small food, and you're good to go. So considering a midweek wedding is a good idea. If you don't want a lot of people to attend your wedding, that is okay, and you are not also going to spend so much. So there are about 13 of them, but I'm going to end this for now. We are going to continue from number 8 to 13 in my next video. So guys, please remember to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share this video. And I believe you love it, you enjoyed it. So please forward it to your friends, your well-wishers, your contacts. They will definitely love this video. So guys, thanks for your time. We are going to continue in our next video. Bye for now.